Morning, everybody. I'm trying to put on a happy face. I've seen these videos and I go, God, who is that grouch? Anyway, that's me. So it is morning and here we go. Today we've got black lentils. They just cooked up. They're still steaming. And those are easy to cook just in the rice cooker. It's 4-to-1. Let them go on the white rice setting. And they might get them out a little bit soft, but they're all good. In this case, we're doing legumes instead of grains today. I got filet mignon. I had some trimmings from a class a couple days ago, so I just got these nice and thin, but that is from a tenderloin, and we're going to get those going right away. And then I'm going to use the ends of the cauliflower, the last little bit, the stem of the broccoli, and of course the ever-present onions, peppers, and I got some really nice greens today, a nice country blend. These are really tasty. It's mustard and turnip and collard greens. So just a nice change of pace. Again, Safeway, good to go. We'll sprinkle some flax seeds and put some goat cheese in with the mix. So once again, we're eating the rainbow. So first things first, get the pans hot. Now, I want to get the steak going first because it's going to cook in about 6 minutes. They're pretty thin, so I want them going quick. I want those first. But I got the other pans heating up. In that case, what that means is I'm going to be cutting my vegetables pretty darn thin today to get them cooked quick. So there's the seasoning. And since I'm going to have a lot of pepper in the rest of my food, I'm not going to sprinkle these with pepper. Get that pan a little hotter. And get those in real quick. I'm trying a new olive oil. This is a Greek extra virgin. I can't tell you exactly why, but every time I have a Greek olive oil, I like the flavor. They're generally speaking a little bit milder than some of the Italian ones. I don't want a big, heavy-duty, big, terribly flavorful olive oil that overpowers everything else I'm doing. So I tend to like things a little bit more mild flavor with my extra virgin olive oil. So there we go. Pop those in. And what I do, I'm going to have a clean landing place for those if they're done and I'm not. Just get everything sliced up real thin. This is the part that most people throw away. But if I cut it thin, it's going to cook quick. So that's the core of the cauliflower. And the core of the broccoli. Of course, that broccoli will be tomorrow's breakfast. Or the rest of the week. And once again, just going to cook those nice and thin. Great flavor. Just takes a little longer to cook, so when I slice them up thin, they're going to cook fast. And so I'll have my rainbow of green, white times 2, and red. And that's my rainbow for today. That's cool. We'll start doing the rainbow of the day. We could do that.
There we go.
The rainbow of the day. The rainbow du jour. That's good. I like rainbow du jour. Pan was heating up while we were planning our strategy. And of course the ever-present bench scraper. I'm just giving those a head start on the onions and peppers. They're going to take a little bit longer, but not a lot. Maybe about a minute longer. So while that's going on, let's get bag. I've got enough bell pepper left for tomorrow morning's breakfast, so we're going to hide him in there and stash him with the other veggies. That cauliflower I'm working on, I've been whittling on for about a week. Which, as you can see, I just keep them all going and always have the next day's breakfast vegetable bagged up and ready to go. So when we're talking about cooking for 1 or 2, it's pretty hard to use up an entire onion, an entire bell pepper, an entire fill in the blank. So I just bag them up together, and I'll plan on having the same vegetables for breakfast, maybe 3 days in a row. So, get a look down in there. Make sure everything's flat on the bottom of the pan. Now with those flat on the bottom of the pan, I'll throw these guys on top, and I won't stir it for a moment or so. Just let everything start to get happy together. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Turmeric. Turmeric for two. Now remember that turmeric loves to drink up a little bit of the oil, so if you didn't think you got enough in, you can add another touch. You hear that sizzle pop up. Sizzle just tells me I didn't have enough oil in the first time. So, give these guys another minute on that side, which gives me enough time to do a little feng shui in my kitchen. Get that tucked away. And like I said, we're having a little goat gouda for our flavor profile today. I learned a very interesting little fact today. Your camera person, Jody, used to trick-or-treat Michael Jordan's house when she was in college.
Yep.
Gotta love that. God, I think I stopped when I was 13, but if I'd known I could trick-or-treat Magic Johnson's house, I think I would have been going when I was 25.
Yep.
What do I know?
It was pretty fun.
Yep.
What celebrities have you cooked for?
I did a big function that Magic Johnson was in attendance. Cary Grant, Prince Philip of England. Some movie stars that people probably, younger people haven't heard of. But movie producer Quinn Martin. There used to be a show when I was a kid called Adam 12. The main actor was Martin Milner. He was a movie star, B-movie. He was a member of the club. A lot of golfers, Lee Trevino, Fred Couples, Johnny Miller, the first ones to come to mind. Back in the day, Craig Stadler. Again, these are, from the 80s. Since I stopped cooking professionally 20 years ago, most of the famous people I cooked for were from them. But the school has had a lineman, Kyle Bosch from the Carolina Panthers, Corey Nelson, linebacker for the Broncos. I can never remember Jim, one of the head coaches, general managers from the Rockies. What's his name? Jim Tracy. Oh. He was actually at the school back in 2009. So, interesting selection. Okay, vegetables are looking good. Time to turn it down. Finish the cheese. It's always weird when you see a brand new area code for the first time on your phone. Oh, New York's calling. Gee, I wonder what they want. Kind of weird freaking robocall. Okay, greens for two. Just a couple handfuls, one handful each. We'll get those tucked away for tomorrow. And just let that wilt in. Kobe's death got us talking about athletes, and we've been talking this morning about Wilt Chamberlain, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. Makes you think about all those guys. Everybody's got their heroes from their era, that's for sure. My first boyhood hero was Jerry West, otherwise known as the Logo. The person whose body is the NBA logo. He was my boyhood hero. Played in the 60s and early 70s. Alright, I'm taking these guys out. A nice medium rare to medium. I got my egg pan going. Don't want to forget my lentils. I'm going to throw some cheese. I could tell you all kinds of stories about Jerry West too, both during his career and after. Probably one of the most effective general managers in basketball. The teams he built are still amazing. You gotta have an eye for talent in that game, just like any sport. Okay, so those are wilted. I'm just letting those sit and relax. And here comes the egg pan.
So we have the Super Bowl coming up this week. What kinds of stuff do you like to make for the Super Bowl?
I'll eat what anybody else makes for me. I don't like cooking for the Super Bowl. I really don't. I don't care. I don't have anything special in mind. I'm happy with a hamburger. As long as it's nicely cooked. Okay, plates are out. Silverware out. We do need steak knives today, which is a wonderful problem to have. We're not going to forget our flax, which is going to go on our vegetables right now. Just to get a little extra nutrition and everything. I remember everything it does barely, but not enough to tell you during this photo shoot. Let's just say it's good for you. Okay. Here we go. So, plate up. Lentils are usually a little watery when you cook them. They're not quite like rice, so I'm gonna serve them up with a slotted spoon. And again, I made enough for the next couple of days. And today we're gonna separate our colors rather than stack, just to give you a good visual on the end game. And of course, this always gives me the opportunity to clean my pan. Come on, get off of there. There we go. Let those dry. And I'm just shaking that. I'm watching the yolks. We want to stay liquid. The whites we want set. So I'm just shaking that pan to see if the whites are set. And out that comes. We'll serve her a couple of... We'll just give her that nice petite filet, because she's my girl. And there is our breakfast unstacked as opposed to stacked like we often do. And of course, we'll see you next week. Which day? I have no idea, because my life changes every minute. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.